Yes.
All right. You gonna kick it off for me?
You always do.
No, you like a man that takes control.
Debate wars. Debate wars.
Yo, this your boy Chris Cash, aka I'm Elgin, aka Man of Many Colors, aka Dash of a Diamond Breed, aka Cash of Darns, aka King of Debate Wars.
And this is Madi, aka Madi Tahadi. Very simple.
And very, very sad. Y'all listen to the world's most entertaining podcast on the planet.
You listening to
Debate wars.
Take the world's most entertaining podcast on the planet on the go while you're exercising, walking the dog, or just taking a jog. Whatever the case may be, Debate World Podcast. Download every episode. Make sure you tell a friend and make sure you let us know who won the debate. Team Madi or Team Cash.
Debate wars.
I'm gonna bring you episode 11 next week. But this is election day. Today is Tuesday, November 3rd. The last day you can go to the poll, right? So it's only right we cover the voting and things like that. And what a show, what a topic we have for you guys. Team Cash. I just have to say thank you for your support. I love you guys. Team Cash from, put another one in the bank.
and Team Madi. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for listening to us, dealing with us, and just laughing with us and commenting. That means the world to us. So thank you so much.
Now I thought you were saying like a Grammy or Oscar award or acceptance speech right there. Even though we definitely feel that way about the beautiful.
Right. Without them, we're nothing,
Without you guys, she nothing. I'm still something. I'm me. But with you guys, I'm more and beyond.
You're Cash.
I'm the universe.
Oh, God.
No.
No, don't.
I was joking. How did we come up with this topic?
You know where this guy stands as far as Trump, as far as Biden. So obviously we were discussing some posts that he posted, and it led to this. Should you lose friendships over who you vote for? Does it matter? Should it matter? And considering it's election day, it's just a crazy day, crazy year, and whatever leads on from this day forward, I feel like it's very symbolic. So what better day to bring this topic than today?
I couldn't agree more. Not to be rude or anything, but I'm ready to get it on. Where do you stand with that? Ladies first. I like being a gentleman.
Go ahead. I don't care.
Okay, just like when you say, you're not hungry, you don't care if I fix you or buy you something to eat, and then you let it be 10 o'clock at night. The kids going to bed, you're going to go to bed, and you still haven't ate. Okay, you have to replace me with a question mark right here, because I won't be alive.
A woman gotta eat, right? But no, it shouldn't matter. I feel like right now people are very sensitive. I feel like they've always been sensitive, but I feel more now people are very sensitive.
I don't mean to cut you off, but that sensitive word kind of get to me. That people usually
call you sensitive.
Other people call me sensitive. Now you want to let the whole world know. Somebody else listen to him and say, I called him that. Now his boo thing called him that. Maybe it's a connection.
Oh my God. It's not bad to be sensitive. Very in touch with your feelings.
I'm happy you didn't say feminine side, because you was about to, let's speak. You didn't say it because you didn't like using that word, or because you...
No, and the proper way to say it is you're in touch with your feelings, which is nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, because I feel like people is not in touch with their feelings enough. And I feel like somebody told me, one of the trolls commented on one of my posts, and he's like, man, you sensitive because of what I put. And I said, yeah, the fact of the matter, you ain't sensitive enough. Take that, cowboy.
Well, to me, 2020 has brought a lot of sensitive people where if you vote Trump, I'm not talking to you, or we can't be friends, or you're totally disrespecting my race, my immigration status, and I feel like that shouldn't be. Like, we should be grown-ups enough to be like, you know what, I respect you voting for Trump. You want to build that wall, you want to collect money to build that wall, and of course it's gonna touch some, you know, feelings if it touches you. For example, immigration is a very sensitive subject for Hispanics, and not only Hispanics, but a lot of people, but mostly I would say Hispanics, because let's be real, that wall is being built between Mexico and the United States. So it's a very sensitive subject to me, but I don't get offended if you vote Trump, because Trump doesn't only represent immigration or the wall. There's certain things that he stands for that are legit. You know what I'm saying? So as a grown up, we should be able to respect each other's feelings and not like, hey, he voting Trump, let me block. You know, let me block him from Facebook, or let me not talk to him, or he's what they call a coon, or you know, or he's not black enough, or she's not Mexican enough. Like, no, like, I don't know.
Did I tell you somebody said F you the other day online? I forgot to tell you. You know how somebody say, hey, tell your rapper said hi, but somebody told me to tell you F.
Well, what do you want me to say to them? I don't pay attention to the negativity around me, you know? I don't sage or nothing like that, but I do pray. So I'll pray for whoever said the F word. Matter of fact, it was a lady, right, that said, tell her to shut up, or whatever. Hey, you got your own opinion. I'll tell you to shut up if I don't agree with you too. What I'm saying is, it's a mutual respect that we should be able to have. It'll be a very boring world if we all agreed, you know? And what's the point of hanging out with people that only agree with you? You're not going to grow like that. You know, you have to be able to see their point of view, even though you may not change my point of view. Are you tired of me talking? I'm done.
You doing, what are you?
I was on a roll too.
So you're gonna let your, this is a perfect example for everybody at home, or wherever you at. She let her craziness speak to her. She asked me a question, and then she answered her own question, and then
I tend to do that a lot.
Yeah, we can see that. No, I was listening.
No, but I'm done. Go ahead.
You was on a roll.
Yeah, but now I'm not, so go ahead.
Debate wars.
You shouldn't lose a friend over who you voting for. Like, we're going to lose 15, 25, 35, 45 plus years of friendship over somebody voted Democrat and somebody voted Republican?
Be more than just a vote. It may be more than just a check mark. It may be for, you know, what you really stand for. Like, hey, I vote Trump, and so a lot of Hispanics may come to me like, well, what? You're against us then? You're pro-wall, or you know what I'm saying? Like, it's more than just a check mark. So I can see, but it's not right.
Yeah, I definitely can see it. I mean, me personally, I deal with it all the time. You gotta have tough skin. Somebody that I really respect said, what does tough skin got to do with? You gotta have tough skin to go against the grain, and the message, if you're doing it for the right reason. And when you come to the black community, we already know Democrat Party, you know, care to the blacks and Latino minorities community. So it's just automatically our grandmas, our aunties now taught us and told us, you know, over the decades that Democrat is the way to go. So it's in our minds as Democrat, we not even focus on race. Who do we have in front of us?
Yeah.
With Biden and Trump. Yeah. Don't just vote Republican. If you do your research on what Trump have done and what he's about, and is these headlines true and what's true and what's not.
Yeah.
And that's how you get to the truth. You know, so again, I do see why you might not want to be me friend, okay, all right. After I get done telling the world, damn it, what I have to say. But I get it, but it don't change, it sure don't change my opinion. You shouldn't lose a friend, and I shouldn't not want to be your friend because you're voting for Biden. Matter of fact, it's not like that. I'm just a passionate brother, and I love you, Monty, so I'm going to be passionate and mean, at least through my lens, my eyes, I'm trying to save you. It could not be, but my intentions are pure. So it just, I'm passionate. I know a lot of people personally probably take it as my passion as overwhelmingly trying to, force my opinion on theirs. But it's not that at all, because I don't believe in voting.
So, do you think you should lose your black card and I should lose my Hispanic card, my Latino card if we vote, let's say, Trump?
Do I? Of course, I don't feel, but I mean, that's a question we ask
people,
them, you guys, the jury. Because again, I've been called coon, and for you guys who don't know what coon is, and that word just makes you laugh, huh?
I didn't know what it meant, right? Until you told me, I had to ask you what that meant.
Then when I told you raccoon, white and black, you just giggled.
Yeah, I'm laughing because, it's petty, and it's like a very ignorant thing to say, because one decision shouldn't define who you are. Like, marrying outside your race don't mean I'm no longer Mexican or I want to be black. No, I'm Mexican. I'm proud of being Mexican. I will always be Mexican with my Mexican flag, but it don't mean, you know what I'm saying? So if you vote Trump, it don't mean you're a coon. Or it's very ignorant, like, to me.
And it's very ignorant to me as well. Again, but to get that from your own people, I know I haven't got that from you a coon, you a sellout, to everything from you turning your back, or man, you doing this for likes, you trying to get your podcast popping. I mean, I have heard everything. It's like, okay, well, I don't got nothing, wrong to say about what you guys feel. That's your right. Won't you just add one more thing, that I'm doing it for the right reason? That's maybe what I'm saying is true.
Right.
But they don't never add that. So that's what makes everything just a BS. Now, of course, it is deeper than just a vote. Like I said, for black people, minorities, Latinos, it goes with the history. The immigration for the Latinos, the slavery, civil rights for the blacks and everybody. So it's more than just what it represents. Now, the illusion is that Democrats really care about minorities, and Republicans don't. But for us woke folk, I would like to believe a lot of us woke, it's kind of seen to be the opposite way, as it right seem like the Republicans are the ones more fighting for the freedom of everybody, and even for the minorities, but it's the Democrats that's trying to hold the minorities hostage, and that's personally for me the hardest thing to try to convey to the masses that have been told so long. Drop on your knees for the Democrat party.
Yeah, and I think most of the time people vote unconsciously. Like you said, it's more of a, well, my grandma did this, and
it's all habit, tradition.
Yeah, it's tradition. Yeah, I mean, friendship shouldn't be ruined. You should respect where the other person stands without being like, we can't be friends anymore.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And honestly, to me, whoever wins, the agenda is the same. I feel like the president is only the face, so to me, like you said, voting, to me, personally, it don't mean nothing. It's an illusion that our vote really does count, but it shouldn't, I shouldn't lose your friendship over a man that doesn't even know I exist. And a man that is promising the moon and the stars, and then at the end of the day may not give us the moon and the stars. I feel like we should respect each other and like stop calling names because of who we vote for. And actually, what happened to being secretive? Do you think you should keep who you vote for secret? Like, it's your own business and your own business alone? Because some people feel like they're not gonna tell who they voted for.
That's another great topic in itself. The topic. What's
up with you and all these other great topics? Because I'm asking you a question.
See, I'm giving you a compliment of greatness, and you so used to not being great that you don't know what a compliment to snatch and take, but you're gonna do.
That tells how
when
you
you wanna,
treat
but when
me.
you wanna argue, oh yeah, but when you
That
wanna
tells
argue,
people
you
how
tell
you
me what I
treat
don't do
me,
and
that
what
I'm
I
not
need
used
to
to
do.
compliment.
Yeah, but I don't compliment. I don't compliment you.
You compliment me in your own way, yeah. Like, you know. Yes, you compliment me.
No, you are doing this for like
Oh,
years.
are you kidding
Attention.
me?
She is,
Wow.
damn it. All right, this
So
is where
you're
y'all.
the troll that you were talking about earlier?
Debate wars.
Don't ever use that word to describe Chris Cash again, damn it. Don't ever use that word again, okay? Now, it is instance that when you maybe a friendship should and or is it? Do you think is it a certain situation where you can see where you need to walk your different ways, then maybe it started over who you vote for? If it start getting personal.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Every vote is personal. Because you may vote Trump and I may feel attacked because he's, in so many words, not for Hispanics. So I may feel attacked, and it is personal.
I agree with Trump on this. I don't sort of agree with him on this. I don't agree with him on this, but I agree with him as far as his policies.
Mm-hmm.
Now his integrity and character, and his integrity and character ain't too bad.
Mm-hmm.
I might get criticized for that, but it's the truth. I have co-workers, my bosses at my job. Anyway.
The difference is they're not running to run the country.
What does that got to do with anything? Like he said, you want a president that's up front and tough. You don't want a president that's hiding in the basement like Biden. Yeah, is that what a leader do? When you saw me kind of saying this is just about Trump, how do you personally feel like he a coon? My husband a coon. He sold out. Who the hell did I marry? Tell the truth.
No, okay, I am Hispanic, okay? But other than that, I'm a person. So I'm not blind, I'm not deaf. So I do see certain things that Trump is doing or stands for that I agree with too.
Ooh,
you know, so I know they're gonna get me, but who cares? It's the truth. And just because I'm Hispanic, it doesn't mean vote
when they throw you out of the Latino community.
You're an individual, I'm an individual, but most of the time I agree with what you're saying. So it doesn't make me feel any type of way. For those wondering, oh, what does your wife think about it? Being that she's an immigrant or Hispanic, just because Trump is building a wall doesn't mean that I'm against him or pro him. You know, like ultimately, I feel like immigration is a sensitive subject, and I do feel like we as immigrants should take certain steps to be in a country that's not our country. You know, and most Hispanics won't understand that. And even though our parents or our ancestors didn't take those steps to be here legally, it don't mean that that was the right decision. It means that was maybe the only choice they had at that time. But it don't mean that they didn't want to come here legally. Trump building a wall. Listen, every country protects their border. Every country protects their border. So to me, it doesn't define, you know, what you say about Trump or Biden or nothing. Like, most of the time I agree with you, so it don't make me feel any type of way.
Most of the time, well, if people in their right mind, you're gonna agree with Chris Cash.
Debate wars.